Welcome one, welcome all to Pit Road Productions for the final round of our first big season of the high-stakes late models by No Limit Racing, supported by Colburn Race Wraps and P1 Sim Sports. We're here at Knoxville Raceway for the final round of the championship with Mason sitting in the box seat to take the title. Don't see him here today, so that's going to mix things up quite a bit. Bringing it to you live here on YouTube and Twitch is me, Rhys Gardner, and Daniel Zippy Salmon alongside me in the commentary box and also producing behind the scenes. Zippy, we got a championship to decide. It may already be decided. Mason's setting is a long way ahead on the points, and I think it's just up to everyone else to try and sort out who finishes second.
Yeah, absolutely, Rhys, and certainly it's been an absolutely phenomenal season. And also, as well, we had the first ever money race on Pit Road Productions just this Sunday gone, with No Limit Racing being heavily involved in that, and P1 Sim Sports as well. A huge thank you once again to them for sponsoring that as well. But it's going to be an absolute belter of a grid. And again, we've got the pill draw, as they call it, ladies and gentlemen. So basically, the drivers have a number, and then numbers get drawn out of a hat, and then bada bing, bada boom, there's your grid. And speaking of which, Rhys, do the honours, sir.
All right, well, we have Jordan Schoen on the front row for the first of our heats presented by Featherston Welding and Fabrication. Cody Racine joins him on the front row. We got Travis Carruthers and Tyler Schoen, third and fourth. Joshua Colburn Jr. starts alongside Thomas Hall on the third row. Dwayne Hobbs and Holden Allen will start on the next row behind then. And then we have Dakota Proud and Mason Neumiller rounding out 10 cars to take us through our what's projected to be 2 heats tonight. We have 22 drivers in the server today, and it's a little bit lower than some previous rounds, but we should still get some good racing out of this one. Knoxville, an incredibly wide and flat track. It is the king of sprint car venues for a reason. Zippy also has the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum on the exit of Turn 2. This is hallowed ground in dirt speedway racing.
Well, to me, if you say hallowed ground, I start thinking of rugby, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm not even a rugby fan, but definitely it is indeed going to be an absolute belter of a night. Jordan Schoen, he's going to be at the front row, ladies and gentlemen, as we're about ready to get this race underway in just a few short moments. Rhys, I've been looking forward to it all week, sir. How about yourself? Are you ready for this?
I don't know. We are certainly going to be taking this step by step and bringing you fantastic racing here from NLR. Green flag flies, and already a couple of technical issues for Jordan Schoen there, but he will lead the way into turn 1. The number 17 of Cody Racine making some gains on him there. This is one of the fastest circuits that we've gone to all season, and it looks like they're loving it. Trying to move up the inside is Joshua Colburn, but he's gone a bit too deep. That might result in Tyler Schoen having a go at him there. Travis Carruthers is right in the mix for the top 3 meanwhile. This is going to be an incredibly interesting race here. The top 3 transfer immediately through to the feature from the heats, and the rest of them have to go through the C and B mains. But for the moment, the fight is on for that top 3. Colburn and now Holden Allen. He's making big gains through the field. The pill draw putting him evidently a bit further back than his pace it will dictate.
Yeah, I can't say I'm familiar with the name Holden Allen, but this guy is absolutely flying. That's one of the biggest gains I've seen in a heat race so far. But right now, Cody Racine under attack from Travis Carruthers. Now, we've seen Carruthers. He's been potent throughout the whole season, the number 89 car. But Jordan Schoen right now out there in front by 0.3 of a second as Carruthers and Racine go side by side with Holden Allen hot in pursuit.
Yes, this is a fantastic 3-way battle for the last 2 spots on the podium. Jordan Schoen somehow seems the safest of all, despite the gap only being 2.5 of a second at the front of the field. Tyler Schoen, Jordan's brother, is trying to work his way into the top 4 there, right behind Holden Allen. He's managed to work his way past Colburn, so this is another opportunity for him. Looks like drivers, for the most part, trying that low line through the corners, but it's starting to slick up. People are starting to move up to the high line now, and one of them is Holden Allen there, evidently, who's fallen back to 6th place. Evidently some issues there for the driver who was absolutely vaulting his way up through the field, but it's incredibly close here for the top 6. And they're almost 3 wide on the way into turn 1, coming up to 3, coming up to the white flag, and all of them come together. Jordan Schoen is sent into the wall, and now Cody Racine gets sent into the wall as well. It's like the entire top 6 came together at once. Racine's on his roof, and Travis Carruthers is leading the charge to the start-finish line. Holden Allen is up the inside of him. Oh my lord, it's going to be a drag race to the finish, and it looks like Holden Allen is going to win it.
Yeah,
Jesus, Mary and Joseph, if this was the first heat, what have we got in store for the rest of the night?
Yeah, let's take another look at that. Like, I want to see that from another camera angle. It looks like one of these guys came in hot and just caused an absolute slingshot of motion. Let's have a quick look here. So there comes Holden. He gets a bit of a bump, but it looks like Carruthers maybe had a contact as well. There's like 3 incidents going on at once, but I gotta say, poor Cody, he got absolutely teabagged in that scenario.
Yeah, he did. He came off really unlucky out of that one. That's a real shame for Cody Racine. But ultimately, it's Holden Allen who comes out on top, less than a tenth ahead of Travis Carruthers, and Tyler Schoen will join them in moving through to the feature. Mason Neumiller finishes in 4th, with Dwayne Hobbs rounding out your top 5. Dakota Proud, Thomas Hall, Joshua Colburn Jr., your last finishers. Unfortunately, Cody Racine and Jordan Schoen on the run to the finish line, taken out of the race. That is a massive, massive problem for the both of them. Time for the second heat, presented, of course, by Twisted Speed, who provide the setups that a lot of our top drivers use here. Landon Falkenberg and Aiden Lambert are our front row, and Lambert is 2nd in the championship. He wants to try and protect that. JP Shed and Connor Murphy are your second row, with Logan Haynes and Adam Tyler Scott on row 3. Nicholas Moll, our race administrator here, one of them, alongside Julian Shanks on row 4, with Mason Setting evidently making it into the field here. Our championship leader is starting dead last for Heat 2.
Yeah, I hadn't seen him join the session till really late on, so he must have only just made it, the young lad there. But don't get me wrong, he's at the wrong end of the grid. Aiden Lambert, he's got an opportunity here, but don't get me wrong, it looks like Setting has got it in the bag. As you see Lambert there, almost toying with the pace truck.
Yes, indeed. Well, for context, we don't exactly have current points to show you, but the situation is, coming into this round, Aiden Lambert is 249 points behind Mason Setting, and the max that you can get out of basically a perfect night of racing with putting bonus points in and everything is about 170, 180 points. So it'll be interesting to see how this one goes. Green flag flies for Heat 2, and Landon Falkenberg leads us away very nicely, but Aiden Lambert is trying to switch down low to try and get the run. Up high, though, making his way into 3rd. Connor Murphy, he is working it nicely on the exits, evidently running high, gets you the better run down the straights here at Knoxville, but when you get boxed in up the top, it becomes ever more difficult. This is already looking like a classic round of the series. The racing is so close. Connor Murphy making moves into the top 3.
Yeah, it looks like Logan Haynes there having a little bit of a connection issue as these guys flirting with the wall. Actually, my apologies, that's JP Shed there who's piecing in and out. Logan Haynes, though, up 2 positions so far. Mason Setting has made up a position as well. I'm not quite sure what happened with Julian Shanks. He's dropped back a little bit there, also having some connection issues as well.
Yeah, a few drivers having problems maintaining their stable connection to the server, but things seem to have spaced out a bit in the battle for the top 3. Logan Haynes is continuing to pressure Aiden Lambert up the front of this field, and Falkenberg is falling back. We've got a car on the wall. JP Shed has managed to find the barrier and has lost his front bumper for his troubles. He will tour into pit lane over the berm, which is a defining feature of Knoxville here. And it looks like that's going to be day done for JP Shed, at least when it comes to the heats. He'll make further appearances tonight. Nicholas Moll now trying to move up a few spots.
Yeah, definitely Moll applying a good amount of pressure there to the back of the number 23 of Adam Tyler Scott. Got to admit, Tyler Scott's been pretty consistent so far through this season. Very, very clean driver indeed. But it looks like Julian Shanks now applying a bit of pressure. My apologies, that's Mason Setting, ladies and gentlemen, up on the inside. Your championship leader doing an absolute beauty of a slide job there over the league organizer of Nicholas Moll.
Yes, indeed. He's working it nicely, but I think this charge might have come a bit too late for Mason Setting to get clearly into the feature. Connor Murphy, with a tight exit and a big slide, is going to battle with Landon Falkenberg for the last position in the top 3. This is the last transfer spot into the feature without having to go through the C and B mains. So Connor Murphy has got a lot of pressure on him here. And he's going tight on the exits there. He's trying to guard that inside line, but he runs a bit high. It is the run to the finish line. Adam Tyler Scott falling back there. Lambert and Haynes have already taken the top 2 places, and Connor Murphy just beats Landon Falkenberg to the line. Half a tenth in it.
Yeah, incredibly close racing there, and definitely a little bit less dramatic than the first one as well. Fun stuff, though, I've got to admit. This has been an absolute belter. But let's go over the results here from that second heat.
Yeah, let's do it. This was another fantastic bit of racing here. Aiden Lambert wins by 0.8 of a second. Logan Haynes and Connor Murphy round out your top 3. They will get 4th, 5th, and 6th in the feature on the grid, I believe. Landon Falkenberg, Mason Setting, they round out your top 5. That's a good run up through the field for Mason, the championship leader. Adam Tyler Scott, Nicholas Moll and Julian Shanks are your remaining finishers, and JP Shed was unable to make it to the finish after bringing it into the wall. So now we will move on through. It looks like we have a little bit of an end of season photo shoot going on in warm-up at the moment. Bunch of drivers pulling out of the pits and stopping on the front stretch.
There's a name for this. I remember Dana telling me there is a name for this. I just got to find it. It's a big dirt thing, and forgive me, but I know there's a big dirt thing, and I remember him mentioning something. I'm just trying to find it.
All right. Well, while you search for it, let's enjoy the sight of the class of 2025 season 2, I suppose you could say. Yeah, I'm really impressed with. I think this is a good moment to reflect here. This 4-wide salute that they've got going at the front of this field. Just how much No Limit Racing has grown from where it was just a few months ago. I remember when Mo Ona, the original founder of NLR, approached us, and you were sort of thinking, a dirt league here on Pit Road Productions. How's that going to go? And here we are, a few months later. We've had a consistent field of 20 drivers plus turning up almost every week, and a really good race control team, and some brilliant liveries to look at as well. I love the fact that NLR has become part of the furniture here at Pit Road Productions.
Oh, absolutely, Rhys. And I know this is done for the fans, ladies and gentlemen. This is something they do in real life. Dana did explain it to me. I can't find the chat, but basically it's something done for the fans. They do a 4-wide parade lap during the warm-up, and I got to admit, this is definitely a first as well. We've seen how some guys try to queue up too wide, ladies and gentlemen. Just look at this absolutely fantastic grid of cars we got here on display. That is a hell of a lot of cylinders. Well, I mean, we got 8 cylinders, and we got, what, 22 cars? So hang on,
yep.
220 takes 16, 204 cylinders, ladies and gentlemen. That's some pretty good zippy math right there. 204 cylinders going around this beautiful dirt racing track as the sun goes down. I've got to say, the fans are indeed on their feet. They are cheering. Actually, that guy needs to be cut off the beer. He's definitely wasted. But what an absolutely fantastic turnout. And if you want a good hot dog as well, go see the guy who's got the extra hat on there. He's also got some other recreational products so you can have a good time tonight.
Oh, excellent. I might have to pay him a visit.
Always trust the hot dog guy.
Yeah, he knows what's up. He knows what's up. Well, it looks like the parade lap is done and they can let loose a little bit here in the warm-up, ready for the final feature of the season. There's no B or C main here tonight. I think because of the way either the way the server's set up or the number of drivers in the server. So basically the battle for the top 3 in the heats was really to decide our top 6 positions on the feature grid. The rest of them will have to work their way through. in the feature itself, we'll be going for 40 green flag laps here around Knoxville Raceway as the sun dips below the horizon, the lights come on, and we see a small berm forming up the top of the circuit as well. We haven't had an opportunity really to talk about the track, Zippy. Only 30 seconds left in warm-up, so let's get this done quickly. You might have noticed down on the inside of the corners, there is a very significant berm, like a step up in the clay. That marks the inside of the corners. And we haven't seen anyone hit that berm so far, but I've got to tell you, I've seen plenty of people in sprint cars go a bit too tight into the corners, catch that berm and spin around. I wonder if we're going to see that in the feature.
Yeah, definitely. Don't get me wrong, we want these guys to keep it very much in check, but when it does go wrong, it can indeed be entertaining. Certainly, I'm thinking of a race we covered just not like long ago with the Formula 3 and a certain car taking flight. That was absolutely hilarious, ladies and gentlemen. More about that to come. Keep an eye on your Wednesday nights, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, speaking of Pit Road Productions, keep an eye on Monday nights, Tuesday nights, Wednesday nights, Thursday nights, and indeed Saturday mornings. Ladies and gentlemen, it is going to be a very busy fall and winter service. But let's take a quick look, very quick look here at the referral scheme, courtesy of P1 Sport, Sim Sports.
Yes, absolutely. P1 Sim Sports, one of the major sponsors here at No Limit Racing. Kevin's been a great supporter of NLR from the start. If you refer a driver to No Limit Racing, you will get a 3D printed custom name plate. Make sure you get in on that. If you're looking for quality sim racing components, bundled setups, packaged sim rigs, or even bespoke simulators, P1 Sim Sports would love the opportunity to help you out. They've got an extensive portfolio, including products from Moser Racing, Simagic, Simucube, Hoisingfeld, Ghost Sim Racing, VRS, Gomez Sim Industries, Advanced Sim Racing, and many others. If you're interested, drop Kevin a DM. He is listed as P1 Sim Sports on the No Limit Racing Discord. Great selection of products there. Well, we're going to come on into the feature now, and of course, this final race of the night is presented by P1 Sim Sports. Tyler Schoen and Logan Haynes are your front row. Travis Carrothers and Aidan Lambert are row 2. Holden Allen and Connor Murphy 5th and 6th. And we got Mason Neumiller and Landon Falkenberg starting 7th and 8th. Our top 10, Zippy, rounded out by Dwayne Hobbs and Mason Setting, the championship leader.
As we have a look here at P11, we got Dakota Proud. He's going to be there. Thomas Hall currently got a $5 wager on him with Ed, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to put that out there. I think that's absolutely hilarious and epic fun. We don't encourage gambling, but if you do happen to do it, have fun and do it responsibly. Nicholas Mole, he's going to be in P13 with Julian Shanks there in 14th. Cody Racine, definitely getting some acrobatics in so far this evening. He's there in 15th with JP Shed in 16th. Jordan Schoen definitely got the short straw tonight. He's there in 17th with Joshua Kohlberg Jr. in 18th. Landon Falkenberg does not appear to have taken to the grid, but he would be there in 19th, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, there we go then, the start of the final formation lap. And while we have an opportunity, we didn't get the opportunity to thank No Coast Customs, usually on board for the consolation races, established by Dana Burdick in 2023. Sim racer of 12 years, former tattoo artist, took his designs from the skin to the sim. He does in real life paints, sim wraps, and he also does logo creation as well. One of many great sponsors here at No Limit Racing. Well, now it's time for the P1 Sim Sports feature. This is going to be a fantastic race. It looks like a bit of a delay to the start. I believe we're giving some drivers an opportunity to get out onto the grid here. I think a couple missed the start. So we're getting our opportunity here. Looks like Landon Falkenberg making his way out of pit lane to join our competitors here. We will be getting 39 green flag laps total, I believe.
Yeah, at the minute, I think he's going to be starting a lap down, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely not what he had in mind, but indeed, at least he has managed to make it out onto the grid. Certainly, I think Dirt may be a little bit more forgiving, perhaps, in terms of that hard cut-off session. If you're on a pace lap, it appears that it's actually going to let him in, so that's good stuff there. But definitely some very interesting stuff. And if you are watching this, ladies and gentlemen, please hit that subscribe button. We are trying to grow and keep growing the channel, not just here on YouTube, but over on Twitch as well. It's the same handle, ladies and gentlemen, Pit Road Productions. By all means, give us a little bit of a follow, subscribe, whichever it may be. We're not asking for your money at this point. You've already provided us with a service here. We've got a show, and that's enough for us over here. But we just want to grow the channel, ladies and gentlemen, reach a bigger audience, and then bring you even bigger series, ladies and gentlemen, as well. But if you could hit that button for that, I would very much appreciate it.
Yeah, all of us would here at PRP. All right, let's get this feature started then. Tyler Schoen looking to lead us away here. And it looks like we're going to be going for one more caution lap before we get things off to a start here. I don't see... Okay, so the pace truck is a long way ahead of everyone at the moment, and the lights are still on. So, yeah, it looks like we're going to continue this delay of proceedings for just a little bit. Big opportunity for Aiden Lambert to gain a few extra points here. Of course, was running second in the championship. I'm just going to bring up the series standings coming into this round. Logan Haynes is third in the championship, and he's only 3 points back from Aiden Lambert. We also have Travis Carrothers in fourth. He is 3 points behind Haynes, so 6 points separating the battle for second in the championship, and that was before the heats got started. So Carrothers and his compatriots, Aiden Lambert, Logan Haynes, they are going to be fighting hard over that second place in the championship. Haynes probably with the biggest disadvantage, starting all the way down the back of this field. Well, the pace truck is in and the power is up. Accelerator pedal to 100%, and we are away. Coming in to the first turn, and we have Travis Carrothers jetting away here and trying his best to get it done with Tyler Schoen, sorry, getting away to an incredible start here. It actually looks like he's classified down in 18th position. There's been some kind of mix-up in the field under the pace truck. Travis Carrothers officially classed as the leader. This is not ideal. Yeah, I'm confused as well. Something's happened, but we'll have the race continue on here as the 94 of Holden Allen tips it up the inside there. First time we've seen Holden Allen this season, I believe. Don't remember seeing him before. He's going to battle hard for effective second on track here with Travis Carrothers. Good amount of space being given. Getting some vibes for the Mid-State Showdown, which we broadcast on Sunday night. No Limit Racing's money race in the UMP Modifieds. There was some really good, clean racing in that. Here comes Aiden Lambert, trying his best to get up into third place. Yeah, who's he trying to pass there? It's Tyler Schoen there, the positions aren't changing on the timing tower because Tyler is technically classed as 18th place at the moment, no, 16th. So yeah, things are looking very confusing at the moment. The timing tower does not tell the full story of who's actually leading the race at the moment.
Yeah, I do have to wonder if that was a race control thing or indeed a glitch from the software. I don't know what you're getting on your end, Rhys. Maybe it's just my end that's getting Tyler and Logan being very much out of order, perhaps. But right now we've got battles happening throughout the field as Mason Newmiller getting into it with Connor Murphy.
Yep, this is a great battle going on between these two, and they're almost going 3 wide up ahead of them. Connor Murphy holding on to fifth place on the timing tower, and there's a big run up from behind him, up the inside for Joshua Colburn, I believe. It's either that or Mason Neumiller. This is, it looks like the entire field has been traded around. It is Mason Neumiller who is trying to make his way past him. A little bit of space to the inside, and the slick is starting to build down low and a little bit up high as well. The yellow flag has been thrown. I'm not sure if it's for any specific incident. I don't see anyone sort of
I got
out of
nothing.
order. I do see Cody Racine going for the pit lane, though, so I'm wondering if that's what happened. No, nothing wrong for Racine. This might be a competition caution, but yeah, Racine electing to jump in for some repairs, I believe, joined in pit lane by JP Shed, and this might give the opportunity for us to sort out the running order so it actually reflects how they're all running on track.
Yeah, I did have to wonder, certainly if timing and scoring goes and has an issue at my local track, we actually have to have a red flag, ladies and gentlemen, so it'll put this race to a stop. And definitely, it can be brutal working at racetrack, ladies and gentlemen. I'm thankful I just do real-life commentary. I don't get involved into the timing and scoring, but don't get me wrong, it can be very easy to be critical of these people. Don't get me wrong, definitely don't be, because it is an incredibly challenging job. It takes a lot of responsibility, and a lot of the people, certainly at these grassroots tracks, are indeed volunteers as well. But I gotta say, let's give Dana Burdick a little bit of a shout out here, ladies and gentlemen, in the crowd. That man himself and Nicholas Moll have really put a lot of work into this league. Like, we've seen growth here that we've never seen from any league ever before. It's been absolutely incredible. And then not only that, the standard of racing has been tip-top as well. I've got to take my hat off to these guys. I'm not wearing one, but I will put one on just to take it off, just out of sheer respect for these gentlemen and what they've managed to achieve over here. Continuing on the fine foundations there set by Mouna.
Absolutely. I am wearing a hat, and I would take it off, but I'm wearing my headphones on top of it, so it'd be a bit difficult. But the desire is there to take my hat off to the crew at NLR. So the caution has been thrown, and we've had Landon Falkenberg, Logan Haynes, and Tyler Schoen waved around. So they will rejoin the running order at the back of the lead lap. Unfortunately, they're not going to resume their starting positions. It's not quite possible to do that with the race control commands. So they will have to settle for just getting back onto the lead lap, and hopefully they'll be able to find their way back up and continue their running here. So it's going to be Holden Allen and Tyler Schoen taking this front row here. And, well, actually, it looks like Tyler has managed to get back into second place. So I think they might clear black flags for people if they're starting out of position. Regardless, we're going to be getting ready for the caution to end in a lap's time. We have the pace truck just coming around one more time. Coming through the first quarter of this race, Zippy, it has been clean and it has been respectful so far.
Yeah, very much so, and fair play to race control for getting that sorted out. I certainly, you would have felt a little bit wrong there as the timing and scoring just goes back to being nuts. We'll give that a couple of minutes just to sort itself out, ladies and gentlemen. But indeed, Holden Allen, not a name that I've seen before unless he was in the money race, but God, he is potent here, ladies and gentlemen. But right now, the hard charger, take this with a grain of salt, ladies and gentlemen, but it's telling me, I think it's Jordan Schoen, who's currently resting in P12.
Yeah, working out nicely for Jordan Schoen there, up into 12th place after starting all the way at the back. And now it's time to bring the power in once again. Green flag flies at Knoxville, and we're ready to go once again with everyone in order. Here comes Travis Carrothers and Logan Haynes to try and chase down Holden Allen, but it's been a great start from the number 94. He already has a gap of 0.3 of a second and is running the high line beautifully. Carrothers is dipping a little bit lower. There's some drama further back. Joshua Colburn looking to make a move there, and that is Dwayne Hobbs, who's had a big moment coming out of turn 4. Have a look at Tyler Schoen there. Just an incredible bit of racing. No, sorry, it's Jordan Schoen there in the number 12 there, who's absolutely rocketing his way through this pack, and getting onto the back of JP Shed now to try and grab another position. He's running down in the slick though, so I think his mid-corner speed might be leaving something to be desired there. He is running a little bit in the cushion in the middle of the corner through turns 3 and 4 though, so it's working out nicely for him there, up into 13th place. Connor Murphy in 10th spot at the moment, and trying his best to catch up to Cody Racine, who sits in 9th for the time being. And well, it's going to be difficult to make the pass here. Knoxville's such a wide circuit, and the speed you carry through these turns is so great that you try to go for a move on the inside, and that's exactly what happens. Racine just lost all momentum on the inside and was unable to make the move.
Yeah, despite the incredible power from these cars, ladies and gentlemen, you've definitely got to try and choose the optimum line. And it doesn't follow your usual rules of convention. Certainly if you're thinking of an asphalt line, it is not the same. You've got various amounts of grip throughout different parts of the track. And it certainly does make for an interesting race. Right now, we're going to indeed return to the lead pack as Travis Carruthers, Holden Allen, and indeed Tyler Schoen are all fighting for the top step on the podium as the yellow flag has been flown, and it's Colburn Jr.
It is Joshua Colburn Jr. Having a problem here at the back of the field. Contact with the number 19 on the way out. It's Dakota Proud that he made contact with, and it looks like Thomas Hall, unfortunately, was caught up in that too as Colburn spun around. So not ideal for Joshua Colburn, the man behind Colburn Race Wraps. He will fall to the rear of the field there. And in the midst of all of that, we missed the lead changing as well. Travis Carruthers has gotten past Holden Allen and now leads the way. Remember, Carruthers is one of the drivers who's in contention for that second place in the championship. And considering where Lambert and Haynes are at the moment, I think Carruthers might have done enough here to try and secure the championship P2. We've still got more than half the race to go, though.
Yeah, definitely still a lot left to play for. Let's give a little bit of a shout out here to a gentleman who might have just lost $5, ladies and gentlemen. $5 US at that. That's got some value behind it. And let's give a shout out to Ed Westbrook, ladies and gentlemen. I'll read what he's put here, Rhys. I got to say, I go to a lot of actual dirt races, and this is spot on like I'm in the stands. Well, honestly, as compliments go, that's pretty much up there. That's what we're aiming to do. The camp views are great, and the sounds, the way the dirt looks, absolutely fantastic. And he put good. I didn't think it could get any better because we're going to have some more fun camera angles next season. It could indeed get a little bit better, Edward. We could see your chosen horse in this race. We could see Thomas Hall get to the front of the pack. But right now, you know what? You spent $5 and on a little bit of fun, but it's all good fun that you're having a good time watching the show anyway. So, ladies and gentlemen, a good shout out to a member of the audience here today on Pit Road Productions.
Absolutely. Love it when we get activity in the chat. Always great to see. Well, coming round now, forming up too wide as they let the pace truck gap them here. And the move will be made to full power for Travis Carruthers. Leads us away to start the 18th lap of this race. And around we go. Up high through turn 2. Holden Allen continuing to pressure him now. He was in the lead before. He can certainly do it again. Tyler Schoen has worked his way back into 3rd place. It's worked out beautifully for Tyler. Oh. And Aiden Lambert right there, 2nd in the championship coming into this round. He's going to try here on Mason's setting. The championship leader 3 wide as the 31 of Logan Haynes gets into it as well. These guys are all in the top 3 positions in the championship, minus Tyler Schoen, who manages to get the gap on them, and they're all together on track at the moment. This is fantastic to see.
Yeah, I think Holden Allen's really thrown a bit of a spanner in the mix for a couple of these drivers. While he may not be in the championship points running, he is indeed in the running for the podium. And Travis Carruthers, all he can do is try and pull away right now as we have P1 and P2 fighting alongside as Mason settings drop back a little bit there. But I've got to say, Lambert gets a little bit of a tank slapper going, able to recover Nicholas Moll with a front row seat.
Wow, fantastic stuff. And Cody Racine took advantage of all of that to elevate himself into P5. Fantastic job from the number 17. That was opportunistic as all hell. Fantastic stuff. And he's going to try and go for the inside again on exit here. Big battle happening with Aiden Lambert. It's been a consistent season for that number 2. who sits P2 in the standings coming into this final round of the season. Things starting to space out now up the front. It looks like Holden Allen and Tyler Schoen are trading spots for second place here. They were almost breaking away from Mason's setting, but this is going to bring things into contention again for that number 3 who just sits in the back of the frame.
Yeah, certainly Mason Setting has had some pretty good races so far. He's up 6 positions as it stands. Don't get me wrong, if you're going to lead a championship, wouldn't it be absolutely fantastic to win on the final round as well? But right now, it's Travis Carruthers, the number 89 car, under a huge amount of pressure from the 94 of newcomer Holden Allen. With Tyler Schoen, all he can do is wait in the wings. I think, honestly, strategically, he is very smart to try and stay close to that battle, but not close enough to get involved with the championship leader right behind him.
Yeah, interesting to note the usage of the track here, because seeing Mason Setting going all the way down low through the turns. Our top 3, on the other hand, they are going high, and now Mason Setting is going up high in turns 1 and 2 as well. So I think the grip is starting to transition up the circuit now. Setting still trying down low in 3 and 4, and for the moment, it's a stalemate up the front. Allen is not quite able to get much momentum on Travis Carruthers, but just as I say that, he is right on his rear bumper coming into 3 and 4 and gets the move done, but Carruthers responds beautifully and sails back up the inside to retake the lead.
Absolutely fantastic battling going on, and we're going to take a little bit look of a further back as well. It's not just happening at the front, ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed happening in the mid-pack. Connor Murphy, JP Shed and Nicholas Mole all fighting for the same piece of real estate, albeit it's a dirt road, ladies and gentlemen, as these guys are fighting for P8.
Yeah, look at that run around the outside from JP Shed. He's working the exits very nicely here, and Mole is in trouble of getting nabbed by 2 cars here. JP Shed trying the inside. Carruthers, meanwhile, has gotten into the lead of the race. The 31 of Logan Haynes having some trouble there, getting a bit of damage to the rear end. He is flirting with the wall up high. I think they're going to have to be careful of the ruts that are starting to form up there as well. I've seen sprint cars go over those, and it's not pretty. Mason Setting is now involved in the battle with the top 4. Tyler Schoen has moved back to 4th, and now Travis Carruthers and Holden Allen have another competitor to think about. Mason Setting moves to the lead, but he's got to be careful. They are 2 by 2 on the way into turn 2.
This is going to end very badly. You see a little bit of a nudge there from Setting. Holden Allen running a little bit deep there, and he gets bounced right back there. All 4 drivers are able to keep hold of it, but in the meantime, Tyler Schoen, I say he's moved into the lead, and I say that Carruthers takes it back. The number 89 currently sat in P1.
Holden Allen and Mason Setting got into each other. They have fallen back from this top 2 now, and they only have 8 laps to go. Holden Allen gets into the wall. The debutant who led on his debut. And unfortunately, it looks like his car just completely let go on him. He goes in, the move is made by Setting, and then for some reason, I think that's a hardware failure. Did you see how his front wheels just went full right?
Let's take a look at the onboard here, Rhys.
Yeah, the onboard will tell the story. Make sure you're looking at the steering wheel. So it's right about here, and then okay. Looks like maybe, yeah, might be. It's either a sort of power interruption or reset to his actual racing wheel, or something's gone wrong in the rear of the car. That is far from ideal for Holden Allen. He can't even turn right to get into the pits at the moment. Oh man, that is heartbreaking for Mr. Allen there. After being in contention for the win in the final round of the season, he will end it in the pits.
Yeah, it's fair to say that car at this point, it's not just brown bread, it's toast.
Certainly is. The goose has been cooked. And hopefully Allen will be able to make it back out onto the racetrack. They might extend the caution to allow him back, but we're only going to have 9 laps to go here. And we will have still Carruthers, Schoen, and Setting fighting over the top 3. brilliant recovery from Cody Racine, who was able to get in the pits for repairs early on and has elevated his way back to 5th place. It's going to be 4th now that Alan is out of the picture. So it could be a 4-way battle for the win here amongst 4 very skilled drivers.
Yeah, it's definitely been an incredibly potent round so far. And honestly, you were saying it right earlier, Rhys. Dirt, what are we doing with Dirt on Pit Road Productions? This isn't our usual forte, but I gotta say, it's now part of the furniture as these guys throw away the dresser and everything is out and on the line. You can see here Travis Carruthers already getting under attack here from Tyler Schoen. Cody Racine, the current hard charger, he's up 14 spots. Are we going to see 15 now as he tries to get a slide job done on the outside? But no, it's Mason Setting making his way through as they're 3 wide on the exit.
Yeah, not much momentum there for Setting, though. He swaps up high as Racine and Schoen try down low, and Travis Carruthers is barely leading by a hair as they are about to enter 6 laps remaining in this race. 6 laps remaining in the high-stakes late models season. This has been incredible the whole way through. A little bit of a wall tap there for Travis Carruthers. I mean, as I was about to say before we saw the incident for Holden Allen, I've seen sprint cars go over those bumps and ruts up at the top of the circuit there by the outside wall. It is not pretty. I think the late models will be able to handle them a little better, but you got to be careful running the top at Knoxville. It is treacherous up there, though it is very fast.
Well, right now we do indeed have a battle going on between the championship leader and second place. It's Mason Setting and indeed Aidan Lambert, the 3 versus the 2, ladies and gentlemen, as right now they are actually fighting for P4 and P5. It looks like Mason Newmiller right behind. He's going to be a front row seat for this battle here between the 2 championship leaders, as right now he's going to try and make a move 3 wide as they make their way round the left-hander.
Oh, contact and almost sending Aidan Lambert up into Mason Setting, but they managed to get out of the turn okay. Newmiller is working the bottom, and it looks like there's just not much pace there. Meanwhile, Tyler Schoen and Cody Racine fighting over second place. Racine trying up the inside, and it looks like he might just get it done there. Tyler Schoen not able to get enough momentum out of the corner to really challenge him into the next turn. Racine covering the inside beautifully. Knowing how to defend on dirt is a big factor in how successful you are, and Racine's had plenty of experience there. But Travis Carruthers now out to a lead of about half a second, and the white flag is out. So we're going to be seeing the season come to an end in about 20 seconds' time. Travis Carruthers making his way out of turn 2. Is there anything that Racine and Schoen can do to interrupt his momentum? I'm not sure. Racine's going to try up the inside. He gets the momentum, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Travis Carruthers is your final feature winner of the high stakes late model season. And finishing in 4th place is Mason Setting, who I believe we can crown the champion here at No Limit Racing.
Yeah, definitely another one of them twisted speed drivers as well. Let's give a huge shout out as well to JP Shed. He managed to make it up 12 positions, ladies and gentlemen. While he wasn't the hard charger, I've got to give it to him. That's still a very respectable climb through the field. Hard charger being Cody Racine, ladies and gentlemen, as he... I love that they do this. They line up for a podium for the fans, ladies and gentlemen. I got to admit, as Sim Racing Series go, NLR has been the best one in terms of engaging fans, and it's been an absolute pleasure. What a pleasure, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, huge pleasure for both of us here, Zippy. You know, I came into this with plenty of experience with dirt racing. You were a bit green, so to speak, and I love how quickly you took to this. It's fantastic action, unique tracks, unique cars, and very hard racing all the way through. Well, that's going to round things off then for the night. And for the final feature of the season, it's Travis Carruthers who will take the dub after starting 3rd on the grid. Cody Racine from 17th to 2nd. What a brilliant recovery that was. Tyler Schoen, he was sent all the way to the back of the running order with the timing issues that we had early on, but he managed to recover to 3rd. Brilliant job. Mason Setting, your champion in 4th place. Mason Newmiller finishes behind him to round out the top 5. JP Shed, Aidan Lambert 2nd in the championship. Connor Murphy, Logan Haynes, and Nicholas Moll round out your top 10. Good run up from Moll after starting 14th.
As we have a look here at P11, Dakota Proud, definitely a little bit further back than I expect to see him. Rough start to the night. He was there in P11 with Dwayne Hobbs in 12th. Adam Tyler Scott was there in 13th with Joshua Colburn Jr. Definitely had a couple of unlucky contacts there. He was there in 14th and Landon Falkenberg in 15th. Jordan Schoen, brother of Tyler Schoen, ladies and gentlemen, he was there in 16th with Holden Allen. Definitely an unfortunate incident there. I would actually like to hear if anybody can clarify what happened to the driver of the number 94 car. By all means, let us know. He's sadly knocked out and put down to P17 with Julian Shanks in 18th. And then I feel bad for the guy. Thomas Hall, great dude to have here in the series. Definitely not had the best of luck in recent events between hardware connection and a couple of little incidents, but he rounds out your grid for 19 cars.
He does indeed, and now it's time to have a chat to the drivers. There's a few of them up there, Zippy. The first one we're going to bring in is our final feature winner of the season, Travis Carruthers, joining us here. Travis, you're in contention for second place in the championship, and it looks like with that result, you might have just gotten it.
So Dana just announced that I got second there. Yeah, I'm very happy with that after missing a few weeks for vacation.
Absolutely. Coming into Knoxville, starting third on the feature grid, it would have been very difficult to get your eye in for this round because it's quite a fast track. It's wide, and there's plenty of opportunity to start moves, but finishing them was another matter entirely. You had to really work hard to get that momentum.
Yeah, honestly, throwing sliders was pretty hard because it was actually pretty racy. If you could hit the bottom in 1 and 2 or 3 and 4 on the exit on a crossover, you could actually pull back alongside of them and have a chance to throw another slider back at them. And it was actually pretty racy. That was really fun. It was pretty technical tonight. There was a big cushion up on the wall that I was running there at the end. That was fun. It was just different.
Well, your season all up, I think, is something you can be proud of. You managed to grab your first feature victory at Bristol, I believe, and capping it off with another win on the way out. So congratulations to you for grabbing second in the championship with that, Travis. Is there anyone you want to thank for your result?
Yeah, of course, you got to give a big shout out to Twisted Speed. Man, their setups are just so good week in and week out. I mean, in everything, honestly. And, of course, my NLM team. They're all the guys there, love them all, and yeah, got to thank Twisted especially. They're the biggest part in all of this. I'm very happy and very excited.
Well, thank you very much for joining us, Travis. Congratulations again, and hopefully we'll see you again next season.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.
All right, Travis Carruthers, we'll let him go there. Meanwhile, Zippy, I understand you've caught up with Cody Racine in the number 17, a mammoth run through the field.
I got to admit, Cody, what an absolute belter of a race you had tonight. Certainly is a bit spicy at times, but able to gain not 1, not 2, not 5, not even 10, 15 positions. Ladies and gentlemen, that is indeed a potent drive through the field. Cody, tell us how on earth you did that. Is the clue in the team name of Never Lift Motorsports?
No, you definitely got to lift in these things. I really just got to thank the guys over at Twisted. They built some sets for us tonight, and yeah, I really didn't have to drive the car, just throttle control, and the car really drove itself, and it had enough there at the end.
I gotta admit, that was the most modest, interview we've ever done. Like, no, it wasn't me, gentlemen. It was all the car. I mean, some people would say that happens in Formula One, but we're not going to go into that. But certainly, Cody, what an absolutely outstanding driver, and straight away recognizing the setup shop as well, giving them some shout outs. But I've got to say, it's been a fun season. It's been a colorful season, and definitely it's been a pleasure having you on board. But as a half season and stuff like that as well, are we going to be seeing you here in season 3? Hopefully, No Limit Racing does indeed make a return. But what have we got to look forward to in the world of the number 17 car, Cody Racine?
Yeah, I think these guys will host another series, or a league. My fault. I will definitely be back. They don't put up with any rough driving. They get all the bad people out pretty quickly, so that's much appreciated. It seems like that's a common thing happening here lately, is just people running over people and they kind of get away with it. So it's nice to see some guys overstep that.
Oh, definitely. That is indeed a huge shout out to the race control team. Certainly Dana Burdick, definitely here. I know he has his hands full. I'm pretty sure there's another gentleman who does that as well. Don't think I've had the pleasure of speaking to them yet. But ladies and gentlemen, P2 today in the feature race. And not only that, 15 positions gained on dirt. That is absolutely incredible driving. A little bit of talent. And apparently the setup did the rest of the work, ladies and gentlemen. Huge shout out there to the second place finisher, the number 17 driver of Cody Racine.
Yeah, thank you guys, and thank you for being some awesome broadcasters. It's definitely enjoyable to listen to when the race is over.
Well, a huge thank you to you two as well, Cody. As we are indeed going to move on to our third interview. Rhys, I understand you've been able to catch up with the Schoen brothers.
Yeah, indeed. Tyler and Jordan joining us in here for the moment. Talk to Tyler first. It looked like some timing dramas put your race in jeopardy at the start there.
Yeah, I didn't know what was gonna happen there when I was supposed to be on starting first, and I wasn't. It was showing me in last, and it put me laps down. And yeah, I'm glad that Dana got that straightened out.
Yeah, you managed to get back to hard racing at the front very quickly indeed. I'm just really struck by how clean the racing was. Knoxville really lends itself to that 2, even 3 wide action through the corners.
Yeah, no, it was good racing. I mean, no one really. I mean, at the end you bump a little bit, but you can't get mad about that. It done the same thing. But no, for the most part, it was really good, clean racing.
Well, finishing on the podium in the final round, looking at the series standings here, it looks like Dana has already put the standings up, and you've managed to grab 5th in the championship out of this one. Only 1 point behind Logan Haynes. So obviously that sets you up really well for the upcoming season as well. Got form to back you up.
Oh yeah, I'm ready for it. It was a close one. I seen that I was only 1 point behind Logan, but yeah, if I'd have finished second there and not got slid towards the end, then I think I would have got 4th. But I'll take it. I'll take 5th for missing 2 races and finishing 14th in another one. So I'll take it.
Excellent stuff. On the other side of the coin, Jordan, things didn't go as well for you. You ended up being one of the last cars to unfortunately have to pull out of the feature, but I think you can still be proud of having 12th place in the championship coming out of the final round. It's been all up a pretty good season for you.
Yeah, it's been a really good season. Yeah, in the heat race, I was leading most of it, and Travis got into me, kind of dumped me there, but at least I still started in the feature and then kind of got drove through in the feature. But yeah, it is what it is.
Well, the Schoen brothers, of course, have been big supporters of No Limit Racing this season. Do you have any extra plans for next season of NLR or any other series that you guys are taking part in?
I'm not sure. I know they're running like a B mod series next, but I don't know what that's gonna consist of. But I don't know. We're always looking for stuff to run, but I don't know what it'll be.
All right. Well, definitely wherever you run, success is on the horizon. Tyler, back to you for final thanks. Is there anyone you want to thank on behalf of you and Jordan before we let you guys go?
Yeah, I want to thank Colburn Race Straps, Schoen Sizing Graphics, Schoen's Auto Repair, Moley Chevrolet, Adam's Admin Box, Infamous Raceworks, Schoen's Auto Repair, and then you guys for putting the broadcast, and then everyone over there at No Limit for putting on this series. It was fun.
Certainly was. Fantastic stuff from both of the Schoen brothers here. And that's going to round things off for them. Meanwhile, our champion is in here as well. Mason Setting joining us now. Welcome, Mason. You came into this round with 249 points in the lead, so it was going to be tough for you to lose the championship from here, but you still had plenty of work to do tonight.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, my bad. Rolled in here with a good sized lead. Didn't have the best pill draw for heats. Made my way up to 5th, and then everyone made it, so I didn't have to worry about going to a C or B main. Started 10th. I did the safe play and rolled bottom, middle. Watched out for wrecks. There's a couple, and then there's some miscommunication with the race control, which there's nothing wrong with that. And then we got that all sorted out and raced and had some good racing. I was watching the leaders run their line, and I noticed they were running like bottom, middle, top, middle, and then I decided to run top, bottom. Found some speed, got up to 3rd, went for 1st, and then David just absolutely doored me into the wall. That gave me some damage, and then that kind of just set the rest of my race to where I was finishing, and I'd take a 4th place finish all day.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, and all things considered, it is all you needed to take the championship in style. And according to the series Discord, that's going to be $300 in the bag for you for winning the championship. Just an incredible run from you, Mason. You must be very happy with your performance this season, and rightly so. Obviously, we could expect you to be in the mix next season as well.
Yeah, you'll probably see me. I like running Dana's league races. They're pretty fun. He doesn't tolerate no BS, so when he sees dirty racing, he gets it out of there, and I like them type of people. I like clean racing. So yeah, you'll probably see me in pretty much most of his league races from now on.
Excellent stuff. Well, before we let you go, Mason, the floor is yours. Anyone you want to thank for your brilliant season?
Yeah, I'd like to thank all my Twisted teammates, James Murphy, Jared Murphy, Jason McManus, Daryl Bass, and who else? Yeah, I'm probably missing quite a few people, teammates, but I'd like to thank all them people out. Congrats to Travis on the 2nd place season finish, yeah.
Awesome stuff. Thanks for joining us, Mason, and see you next season.
Thank you.
Well, with that, Zippy, I understand we've got some of our race control crew in here as well. Dana Burdick and Joshua Colburn Jr. are with us.
Absolutely here, Rhys. And I always like to end a season talking to the people who make that season happen. Certainly Nicholas Moore was indeed someone. Joshua Colburn Jr. at some point has become part of the PR team. I'm sorry, Josh, but you do such a good job of it. But I think now is a good time. We should, again, let's give Dana Burdick a huge shout out, ladies and gentlemen. Give him a round of applause at home. Crack the man a beverage. We'll phrase it as beverage. You get it's implied, ladies and gentlemen. Just don't shoot me for it. But certainly he's worked very, very hard this season as well. Joshua Colburn Jr. as well with the sponsorship. It's been absolutely fantastic as well. P1 Sim Sports. But I'm trying to think who we want to put on the spot here more. I'm going to put Dana on the spot. Sorry, buddy. But is there anybody you want to shout out for such a fantastic season?
Well, it was a blast. There's ups and downs, but it was a blast to do. I got to thank you guys for coming on, broadcasting it, of course. You guys did amazing all season long. It was fun to watch. I hope you enjoyed the racing. Got to thank P1 Sim Sports, Kevin over there. Amazing company, Go check them out. Cover all your sim racing needs right over there at P1 Sim Sports. Got to thank Colburn Race Wraps, supporting the series and all that, helping me along the way with stuff in the back end of stuff. It was a great series, guys. I know I'm missing some sponsors, but I'm still working on getting points and payouts and all that done, so.
So by the sounds of it, Dana is indeed trying to redefine laws of nature and multitask, ladies and gentlemen. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate the challenge involved in there. So what we'll do is we'll pin it over to Josh Colburn Jr. Certainly you've been involved with this league for a while. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on board. And you have indeed been a very good public spokesperson here for No Limit Racing. Any closing words for the final round?
Man, I hope we can do just as much next season as we did this season because it was everything all at the same time. It was great racing, great show for everyone, and we had so many amazing drivers and sponsors that were here the whole entire time. So I can't thank everyone enough. I mean, we had an amazing race control team the whole entire season. Everyone did an amazing job.
Well, I got to say, I am absolutely inclined to agree with you. And it is indeed a team effort, ladies and gentlemen. It is a huge team effort. And I got to say, a huge fair play to you and appreciation for being involved. It's been a blast. I'm looking forward to seeing what we can see next season. Certainly, we did have that money race, which was a little bit of a sneak preview, ladies and gentlemen. But you know what? I think we're going to have to bring this show to a close. Mr. Gardner, for the final time this season for No Limit Racing, would you like to do the honors, sir?
Thank you so much to everybody for tuning in to this fantastic final round. And of course, Dana, Nicholas, and Joshua in the admin team for putting this series on in the first place. Final shout outs to our series sponsors as well. Title sponsor, Colburn Race Wraps. We had Featherston Welding and Fabrication on Heat 1, Twisted Speed on Heat 2, No Coast Customs on the Consolations, and of course the A-Mains presented by P1 Sim Sports. I mean, this has been a great second step for the No Limit Racing League. What does step 3 look like? Well, I suppose we'll find out in the coming weeks here on Pit Road Productions. I'm Rhys Gardner, Daniel Zippy Salmon alongside me in the commentary box and producing behind the scenes. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time